Hello everybody, Ghosty here, and today I'm going to be showing you version 1.1 of my cheat table for Adventure Capitalist. So a couple things before we go and get into the video. One, I just want to give a quick thank you to everybody who has downloaded the cheats, liked, and subscribed. It really has helped me out a lot during and the motivation for making this new cheat table. So thank you guys very much. If you have not already, please subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And please like the video as well, and also would help me out a lot. No, the other thing is this cheat table I'm going to show you. It may run a bit slower on older versions or slower hardware. So if you are on a bit slower hardware, then just give it a second to load. If there are any problems with the cheat table, just let me know in my Discord, and I will get to that immediately. I'll see what's going on. So if you guys have any comments or anything that you guys would like me to add, just go ahead and let me know in the Discord as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Now, once you go ahead and come to my Discord, which I'll have a link in the description too, go ahead and read the rules. Once you have read the rules, please click the check mark so you can view all the channels. Once you have viewed all of them, you're going to come down here to other mod downloads, and I will have the table posted right here. It should say Adventure Capitalist 1.1. So go and download that one. Do not download this one because this is the older version. So yeah. Okay, once you have downloaded that, make sure you have Cheat Engine installed, of course. I'll have a link in the description to Steven Chapman's video on how to download Cheat Engine 7.2. So once you do that and have Cheat Engine installed, you're ready to go. Okay, so once you have the cheat table installed, it'll look a little bit something like this. Okay, so for right now, let's go ahead and load up the game. I'm going to give it a second to load. I'm going to put this over here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Okay. So this I'm going to just give a fair warning. If these aren't working, if the values aren't populating, or whenever you do a cheat and it's not working, it tends to be that you need to reload the game because the game is kind of buggy with a lot of this stuff. I don't think it's Cheat Engine. I kind of feel like it's the game. So, whenever you do that, just make sure if this isn't working, try reloading the game. Try doing the re-enabling everything, getting mono activated, of course, and then attaching the process. Which all you have to do is just click this enable thing right here, and it'll do that for you. So yeah, let's go and get into it. So, of course, like I just said, first thing you need to do is click this right here. Once you do that, it should have all of these right here, all these sheets. So I'm going to go through them one by one. And for these, like I do in every video, I will have one section where I show you the cheats and another section to show how I did it. So, alright, let's go and get into the cheats. So first thing is MegaBucks hack. So what you need to do is just click on the little tick box right here. And how many MegaBucks do you want? Well, let's say I wanted 999. And it'll give me as much as you inputted right there. So you can come over here to golden tickets hack. Now I've already took that out, so you won't be able to see it. But what that does is it'll just once you put in as much as you want, it'll give you the amount of golden tickets that you put in there. So next thing is angels hack. If you wanted to put in as much as you want, so let's say I wanted this many angels, 10 trillion. Okay, so it gives me 10 trillion angels, and that's how it works. Okay, so cash hack, this does the same thing. Put as much as you want in there. So let's say I wanted to put my cash. I'll show this off in a second. Let's just go and put my cash to 0. So like that. And let me come over here to cash hack, and let me just put a bunch of 9s. Okay, it'll add that much. Of course, there's so many numbers right here that it's not going to show what it does. Add the cash that you want it to add. Okay, so for the next one, there is going to be, come over to the multipliers right here. It's going to be flux capitulator. I don't really know how to say that, but it'll just be this right here. So you can add as much as you want. So 999. Okay, so it adds that much. Same with the multiplier hack. Now the multiplier hack, as I have a note right here, does increment in 3s. So make sure if you want to do 999, do like 3 through 3. So because it does increment in 3s. So okay. Now, a bit of disclaimer. I added this add 5,000 gold instead of the other one because the other one kind of had some problems with it. People weren't able to get the gold. It was crashing. Sometimes whenever you tried enabling it. So I kind of just went away with all of that and just had like an add gold right here. So once all you gotta do is just go and click on it, and it adds 5,000 gold like it says it does. Okay, so enable micromanager free. So basically, it just gives you the micromanager for free, so you can go and enable it. And once you come back in, it'll have the micromanager on. Okay, so go to all adventures or ventures. Basically, what this does is usually we have to come up here and spend golden tickets for all these right here. I found a way around that by gilding all adventures right here. So you just gotta click on it, and it'll give you all of these. It'll skip having to use gold tickets. Okay, so on to the last thing right here, which is the player money hook. So right here, you're going to enable it. Make sure, of course, mono is enabled for all these, so it works. So it has your current money, max money, and then in here it has the scripts right here, so we can go max money. And it's not going to say anything, but it actually does put it to max money. If you want the value to, or the on-screen value to populate, then just exit out of the game and then come back in. But that's max money right there. If you want to reset money, just go and click on that, and it should do that. So if you're just here for the cheats, that's all. Go and come to my Discord and download it. I'll be glad to see you there. So if there's anything you want me to add, or if there's any bugs or complaints you have about it, just let me know in the Discord, and I will be sure to get to you. So go ahead and enjoy it. Now, here is the part for people who want to know how I did this. Well, first off, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my Discord members, and not just a Discord member, but someone that I've been talking to a bunch. His name, you might see him around. His name's Evan. He has helped me a lot with this cheat table, and I just want to give a huge thank you to him, because without this, or without his help, I probably wouldn't be able to have done all this. Because I'm not very well versed in Lua, so I just want to give a quick thank you to him. So yeah. Alright, so to do this, this is what I did. So the enable part is just a if the same thing I do in my other script is just opens the process, opens mono data collector if the CE version is 7.2 or over. So the MegaBucks hack, what I did is whenever you go into mono and you go dissect mono, you can actually look inside assembly C#, and I noticed whenever I invoke the method of one of the things in here. So let's go ahead and go to the place where I found it, which is grant reward service, reward MegaBucks. So let's find grant reward service. Give me just a second. It's around here somewhere. Okay, so right there. So in grant reward service, you can go and come down to the methods, and as you notice, it applies more rewards MegaBucks. Okay, so you can invoke, and it puts in the instance address, and you can put in as much as you want. The way I found a way to do this is, and this is what Evan helped me with, is actually invoking the method inside Lua. So basically, it just creates a function, finds the method, and does all of this. I'm still not very understanding of what it does, but I'm getting there. So this is the part where it invokes the method. So basically, runs it, executes it. It executes instance 1, which would be this one right here. Because you'll notice if you use, and it's different for every mono instruction. So you'll notice if I use 70 or offsets, I don't know, just call it 70. If you notice if I use this right here, it won't give me any MegaBucks. But if I go ahead and come over to 40, it'll give me 1 MegaBuck. So that's kind of how I found it, or right there, and that's just the first one. So I put 1 right there. The value type is a double, as you can see, it says it right there. So value arg, and right here for the how I put it like on screen, basically what it does is it does a message. It's a local input, and it gives the caption message, but you can just replace it by doing this right here. So it's saying local caption message default value. So I want to set it to these right here instead of these ones. So this is checking for if the value needs to be written to. So if input is equal to, I'm still not very versed on what the sign means, is not equal to, I think it is, nil and 0, then it's going to go to mult test and then input. So it's going to come over to here, it's going to run the function, and it's going to input the amount. So this not being right here, all this does is it just stops the operation from enabling. So that's all. Okay, so once you go ahead and do this, I'm going to say okay. golden tickets hacks is the same thing. It's just changed the method right here where it's going, and then golden tickets just changing the thing for this. So alright, so let's go and get on to some of the other things, like the hack section. So in this game, there's actually inside the method, you can actually find hack, which basically allows you to, if you go and look inside the methods, it has add cash, add gold. So basically, I just invoked the method right here. I tested it, it invoked it inside the script right here. No operation, just the same thing. So it gives you the gold. So it invokes the method and it runs the thing. So if I was to do this right here, this is basically doing the same thing right here, but just inside the script. So I don't know. Yeah, so it's this one right here. So give me a second. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. So okay. And then with Micro Manager, this is just the same thing, and the hacks and all this. So okay, so for the player money hook, basically what I did was I went to the game and I found where this player money was constantly being accessed, okay, by the game. And inside the function, I wrote a script to do an injection copy. So every time it allocates 4 bits of memory to store into our registered address, so we can use this outside the script. Okay, so it finds that. ECX is the base value for this. ECX plus 18 is our money hook. So if I go and come over here, ECX plus 18. ECX, since we're moving ECX into hook player money, this is where we need to put our symbol. So, okay. And then the way I found this was super close. So if we go into browse memory region, let me put this up just a little bit. So let's go ahead and go into double. Okay, so this is our current money. This is our max money. So they're only 10 bytes away. So what I did was I just instead of hooking plus 18, I hooked hook player money plus 28, which is our max. So okay, now for the final script, which is these ones right here, what I did was every time I enabled, I just wrote the double of our hooked address right here into the value. So whatever I want it to be, which I had max money and all this, so just had it right into there, no operation, so it just doesn't enable. I can do the same thing here, just reset money, we'll just do the same thing, so it would just write to the player money. So yep, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really really does help me out if you guys do that, so I would really appreciate it. If there's anything you guys want me to add on the table, any comments, complaints, just let me know in the Discord or in the comments. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Goodbye.